Well, hello there. This is something slightly unusual for this channel. So I will make a slightly longer introduction than I normally do, including a sort of disclaimer. See, I've during the many different games I've been playing and books I've been reading, I've occasionally done some thinking about what religion really is. In the sense that what need does having a religion cover? What do we as individuals gain out of having religion? Now, for the disclaimer, I am not a theologian. I am not a psychologist. I honestly don't know all that much about particularly many religion, or just, well, I mean, having grown up in a more or less Christian nation, I maybe know a little more about Christianity than I know about, insert religion here, pretty much. I do describe myself as an atheist, so basically keep that in mind. If that is a concern for you, that is where I'm coming from. If I describe something in an ignorant way, well, I may just be ignorant. That is all. I'm not here to cast aspersions on any faith, although I do have my opinions. I will keep them to myself. As for what I really am, though, in terms of academic merit, is musician, believe it or not, and a bachelor's degree in molecular biology. That was a mouthful. I also, as you can maybe see if you scroll through the videos on my channel, I'm something of a gamer as well. Not a hardcore gamer, but yeah. I've spent over 400 hours in Another Eden, and I've been playing a whole lot of other games. A lot more in total. I also like tea. So, what is this going to be then? Basically, there's this idea I had, like I just described. But yeah, again, I won't say that I'm an expert in the field. So basically, I'm just throwing this idea out at the internet, and if you are a religious scholar, if you are a psychologist or some university person thing, faculty member, if you think there is any merit in this idea, feel free to pursue it all you like. You don't need to ask me for permission. Maybe there's some internet etiquette in directing people to view this video. I will not demand that you do so. I will not take any sort of legal action if you present this idea having drawn inspiration from this video without actually crediting me for the idea. Take the idea if you want it. Just, if you don't like it, just go watch something else. There's lots of like cat videos and things on YouTube. Right. Let's get to the point itself then. So, in an abstract sense, I came to the conclusion that religions and mythologies serve as some sort of expression for a fascination before how complicated the world around us is, how interconnected everything seems to be, and how well it all fits together, so to speak. And I say that at the risk of sounding like I'm into this whole watchmaker logical fallacy that, some with, shall we say, a less positive relationship to their religion tends to go on. However, where I differ is I would say that atheism and the empirical gathering of knowledge that is typically called science are an expression of the exact same thing. By which I mean atheists and scientists like myself are as fascinated by the world around us as religious people are. Except we don't do mythology. Now to expand my reasoning a bit, and I have a feeling I'm going to sound like I'm repeating myself very, very often here, as brief as this is relative to other rants or comment pieces on the topic. Right. I mean to abstract the idea of an omnipotent God as some kind of anthropomorphic personification of this fascination that I described in the previous little bit. And if you've been reading Terry Pratchett and the term anthropomorphic personification sounds familiar to you, I got it straight out of Discord myself. So, straight from Terry Pratchett. So, hey, if you think this is interesting and have something against citing YouTube videos for some sort of serious academic papers, go ahead and cite Terry Pratchett instead. Good man. I actually was in the same room with him once. I say room, it was a sort of an expo hall. Anyway, he did signing and the line was just absurd. Anyway, mythology, then, I will describe as a collection of fairy tales, and just hold on, although that term may sound sort of, I wouldn't say derogatory, but sort of diminishing, just, bear with me, English is not my native language. If there's a better word for what I mean to say here, I might just not be aware of it. If so, please educate me. There's a comment section for that. I am eagerly looking for traffic there. So these, for the sake of this argument, fairy tales do not necessarily need to be literally true, but they need to instill this fascination that, the founders of the religion want to convey to their followers. And I suppose there's some sort of ethical or moral framework involved there somewhere. If I'm going to be honest, from all I know about other religions I know anything about, they all seem to follow this pattern. And that is also true for, in my opinion, true, I should say. I haven't actually compared and just cross-referenced or done any sort of research on this. Like I said, this is just an idea I'm throwing out, and this video is pretty much on that level of academic rigor. Yeah, even polytheistic and animistic religions should follow this pattern as well. As for science, no, I think I actually described that before. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I work at a lab where we do we run tests for clinical immunology. That is diseases concerning, medical conditions involving your immune system, like allergies, immunodeficiencies, autoimmune disorders like celiac disease, ANA antibodies, skin rashes, stuff involving your complement system. Although, if you have any questions about that, by the way, I just want to point out that I'm also probably the least knowledgeable person in the lab on the topic. Just, you are free to ask, but you are probably not going to get a very good answer. But what I mean to say about that is that from what little I know of the stuff that I do for a living, yay for knowing what you do for a living, I can definitely just really, really sympathize with people being amazed by well, the world and life overall, just how things can work, how it can just keep reproducing itself and regenerate, how organic growth works, and tissue regeneration or healing. I guess that's the vernacular term for it, how all that works. Yeah, I think both myself and religious people are as fascinated by, well, at least the immunology part of reality. Okay, that was all nice and good, but what is the point of all this? Well, basically, since, okay, well, basically, yeah, right. Right, that went well. Okay, do-over. If all the religions, if every lack of religious expression is because of the same sort of psychological urge, that is to find a sort of explanation for how fascinating everything is, and to instill in others the same fascination, why argue about which is correct if it's just different words for the same thing? Hey, food for thought, right? Yeah, I do tend to sort of get lost in the pudding, so to speak. I don't know if that's an expression outside of my native language, but hopefully that makes sense. So if you think there's something I did not explain very well, or something, or if there's something you think I should clarify, please ask me in the comment section. I will try to answer if I am able to. Yeah, I do believe that's everything. Just an idea. Think about it on your own, and just run with it if you want to. Ignore it otherwise. This has been the most advanced editing job I've ever done on my channel. So, yay. 3 cheers for that. If you came into this completely new, and not having been familiar with, well, not having watched any of my videos previously, know that there's a lot of gaming videos that you can maybe browse afterwards if if you are so inclined. And yeah, that is all. I look forward to any comments. That is, yeah, the end of the video.